So when you're starting up a tattoo business, the first consideration should be licensing. Most cities have a nominal fee for the licensing. Usually it's not more than $30 or $40. Zoning is also a consideration. Sometimes when you're selecting a location for your tattoo shop, even though the city grants you a business license, the spot that you're using, if it's close to a school or a church, sometimes the city might have a problem with it. So you're not always safe just because they grant you a business license. So going before planning and zoning sometimes needs to happen. The next consideration is the financial part of it. Most shops operate under a sole proprietorship with all of the people working there working as independent contractors. So most of the artists basically operate as independent business entities. They have their own bookkeeping, they pay their own taxes, so they're not actually employees. And a lot of tattoo artists do guest spots at different shops all over the country, so they're not necessarily exclusive to that shop. So when finding artists for your tattoo shop, you want to make sure that all the people that are involved in your business are going to be doing things right, because ultimately as the business owner you will be held accountable for the actions of your employees. Also, maintaining your own bookkeeping. Just because you have independent contractors working for you doesn't necessarily mean that you don't have to keep books for sales and the like, jewelry sales and t-shirt sales and all that stuff. That's all taxable. And the city and the state and the federal government are all going to want their share of that money. So you want to make sure QuickBooks is a good program. That's the program that I use to keep track of all that. The other consideration when getting started in the business part of it, marketing, advertising previous to your opening is important, priming your market, and making sure that the place that you're going to be operating in is going to be able to support your business. So if you're going to open a regular production style shop where you have things on the wall that people are going to be choosing from and basically tattooing people that you might see once or never again, you need to set that business up marketing-wise differently than you would a custom shop. A custom shop is more of a destination, whereas a production shop is more of people just passing by, getting tattooed kind of on a whim. This is a consent form. Basically, any customer that comes into the shop is going to need to fill out some sort of consent form that says in writing that they're allowing you to perform the tattoo on them. It also has little sections for medical information that the tattoo artist might need to know. Also, a part that says that they're going to be given aftercare instructions and the like, and a little section on the back to Xerox their ID so that you can basically document everybody that you tattooed. Also, your consent form can also be a good marketing tool, a place where they can fill out their name and address and phone number so that you can contact them in the future for further work or for promotions. If you're going to be tattooing a minor, this is a parental consent form. In the state of Arizona, the parent has to be present during the entirety of the procedure. So they not only need to fill out or have the information for the person that you're tattooing, but also the parents' information. The state law here is 14. You can get a tattoo with parental consent, but our house rule, and in the professional world of tattooing, it's kind of an artist's discretion thing. Our house policy is 16, so it'll vary from shop to shop how old you can be to get tattooed or pierced. But anyway, the aftercare and all that part of it is all the same on here, but the medical part also has to be filled out by the parent as opposed to the child, because most of the time they're not going to know all of their medical information.